said Beeble team, but you know, that first inning, going up early, what was going through your head knowing that, you know, quick lead?
We had told our girls we could hit her, and it's nice and refreshing to actually see that. I mean, you can tell your girls all you want, if they don't do it, it doesn't feel right. All of a sudden, when Addie hit that one, I thought, boy, okay, we're in good business here. And Alexa gets on, and we find a way to score her. A little chaotic, you know, that's where I like to play, is in that chaos there a little bit. Felt really good coming in, and they had a weird little play with Locker, and I thought that swung the momentum. It just seemed like after that moment, we never really got going again. And you know, credit to her, she saw a little gap there, and nice, well-scouted thing, and she found a good gap there and found a second base, and we threw it away, and kind of all craziness broke loose there. So we hit her better, I thought. She's still a really good pitcher. She's an even better hitter. I'll tell you that. She didn't see a pitch today, but I'll tell you right now, I'd still walk her. I'd walk her again today. I mean, so I was scared of her bat the entire week. So yeah, like I said, she did a nice job. She threw well. She did a great job, I thought. She went to her off-speed stuff. I'd say maybe the third inning, somewhere in there, and we never saw that fastball again. It was just all spin. It was all drop balls, and it kept us off balance.
Tie game there in the fourth or fifth. You guys were kind of in a darned if you do, darned and you don't situation with Locker coming to the plate.
Told the girls at the beginning of the day, even yesterday, I was not going to let Locker beat me. If the next girl gets up and beats me or the girl behind her, fine, but it's not going to be Locker. And that's something I've done in basketball. I take away your best player, you're going to have somebody else do it. Same thing in softball. I'm going to take away your best player and see if somebody can beat me. And she did. Credit to her, she did a great right side hit. We didn't quite get the play we needed to. If we get that ground out, you know, it's 2-2 in the fifth. You never know. Things get a little different. But unfortunately, 5-2, and things just don't go so well for that.
Addie didn't pitch all too bad. I know that probably at least those 4 runs might have been unearned. Looking at that outfield play, you know, were you trying to tell him maybe take a different route, maybe look at the ball off the bat a little differently?
Part of this is sometimes speed can hurt you a little bit too, where your angles aren't perfect angles because you're fast enough, you think you can get to certain stuff, and instead of having that angle to cut it off, we're now making an angle to try to catch it, and all of a sudden you're in that weird limbo where you're diving. And if you dive, well, if you catch it, you look great, but if you don't, I'll never take away our aggressiveness from our outfield, but that's something we'll probably go into next year, really kicking our teeth in a little bit about. Outfield play just didn't quite match up like we needed to.
You talked about having 9 seniors this year. Now you're down to 2.
Yeah.
For 7 years, I guess. What does the 2 left mean to you?
Amazing. Both those 2 have given this program everything. I hear coaches say it all the time. Sam Stewart comes in every day and we work on hitting more than anybody else. She's constantly in. She doesn't have a great swing, but the girl works on it too. Abigail Barnes has been behind the plate now for 4 years. I don't know what I'm going to do next year. That girl's been there so long, you don't have a plan when she leaves. The dedication they've done to our team, the team unity they do team dinners together, they orchestrate all of that. All the craziness comes from Sam Stewart and Abigail Barnes. And so that's going to be a major thing for our juniors, is to step up in that leadership role, that they'll have to really make some great gains, I'd say, in the offseason on just being leaders on this team.
What adjustments did you want to see from the hitters at the plate that just didn't happen?
Felt like I kept telling them to get up. I kept telling them to kind of get up in the box because I knew she was spinning it. I knew she was dropping it up there with us. I wanted to get her up in the box and actually get a little more aggressive with the first couple of pitches. Every time I went like this, they'd shake their head, and typical 15, 18-year-old kids, they went right back to the same spot. You know, and that's 15 to 18-year-old kids. Can't fight them on that. I think they got a little tentative, and that happens up here, especially when things don't quite go right. Boy, the nerves catch up, and then you get tentative and you get nervous. You're going to be the one that makes the mistake. It's not that you're scared; you just don't want to be the one who makes the mistake. And that's where bad bats, and all of a sudden some bad bats aren't quite right, and we make some errors, and then
we talked about it. We didn't know if you were going to get back here after the CD game, after the Southeast Warren game, or even after the Nottoway Valley or even game. To get here to play in this game and play a close game with a third-rated team, what's that mean?
Everything. The goal is, I told our girls, the goal is, this is our expectation every year now. Every year, this is the expectation. Get back to Fort Dodge and get a trophy. It could be a third place, it could be 1, it could be, maybe we'll ever see a championship, but it doesn't matter. We'll get back up here and get that. That's what matters. And for us, that's the expectation. Do we win the conference? Sure, if we can. If we didn't have it this year because of COVID, you know, that's a goal. Those are one of the parts of my little ladder we talk about with the girls, but right now, this is the top of the ladder. Get here, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I know it's hard to, you know, share these athletes, especially with some of the even better basketball players, track stars, volleyball, so be it. But how are you going to try and keep them in softball shape going forward for the next couple of months?
The one thing I love about Mount Air is Mount Air shares our athletes really well. All coaches come together. You know, Mr. Stride has given up his gym for our girls, knowing that we win a regional. I'll do the same thing. We'll start hitting, but once they get in their regionals, we back off. You know, we do a great job in Mount Air of handling our athletes, sharing them. A guy who deserves a lot of credit is Derek Lambert. Derek Lambert runs our strength and conditioning coordinator. He gets these girls in great shape. So I don't have to worry about putting them in shape or trying to get them, you know, to be able to run, whatever. They've already done that. Now it's just softball stuff. Yeah, we'll take a couple days off. I told them I'll probably give them a couple days off. Start back on Monday. I'd say probably January 1st, like always. They'll get the email on New Year's Day, like they always do, and we'll start getting back in the gym, and we'll start getting to work, and we'll pitch and catch, and we'll get ready to go. Losing 2 seniors is hard, absolutely, but there is some talent on this team, and we're going to come back and we'll make a season out of it.